Okay, so in this video, I'm gonna take a look at the iFi IEMatch, which I actually got quite a while back when I got the FH5s, and I've been using this with my other earbuds, not IEMs, earbuds. And in this video, I'm gonna review it. I've actually been using it. So basically, this is a accessory, and it costs about £50. There's actually a cheaper version by iFi, which costs like £20, and obviously that is a bit of a lower quality and all that, but both of them actually are pretty similar and they do the same thing. This one just has more features. So this is the packaging that it comes in. At the back you've got all the information that you need. So basically this is a bit like the AudioQuest Jitterbug, but it works a bit differently. So it reduces the background noise, it improves the dynamic range and optimizes volume control, which I'll get into later on. And down here you've got the specs. It's 16 ohms, so it will work with pretty much anything. And it has two modes. One is high sensitivity and the other one's ultra. So high sensitivity is 2.5 ohms output, and ultra sensitivity is 1 ohms output, which is really low. The Hibi R6 music player is 10 ohms, and that is like considered really low as well. This thing goes even lower than that. Let's just go ahead and take it out of its packaging. I've packed it back in. iFi products are really nicely packed. So oh, that's spins around, that's a bit funny. So I'll talk about this. I've actually been using it for a while. The only thing you need from here is the IEMatch. You've got obviously some earplugs and an airplane thingamabob, and you've got a carrying case, which I don't know why you would need. Let's just go ahead and put this back. So let's go ahead and zoom in a bit over here. So this is the IEMatch. It's basically an inline resistor or something. I don't know exactly what it is and how it works, but what it does is you got a little switch over here which says high and ultra. So this is the sensitivity. Now high is basically 2.5 ohms output, and it reduces the volume of your device by 12 decibels, minus 12 I mean. And the ultra sensitivity outputs 1 ohms, so that is really low, and it decreases the volume of the device that you've got this plugged into by minus 24 decibels. Now as you can see, this plug here is actually a balanced plug, but this one, unlike the cheaper version of it, it actually has a switch over here which you can select for single-ended and balanced mode, so you can use all of your devices, including headphones, balanced and single-ended earbuds or whatever you have, and they'll work really well. Now the construction is really good. It's made of aluminium. One thing I don't like is this cable. Now it doesn't do anything bad, it's actually a high quality cable, but the fact that, you know, the way it is a bit annoying because it's just always flimsy and all that. It's just messing about, but it isn't a problem. I guess it's just the way it is. So what this does is it decreases the volume of your output device, and in a result you're gonna have to increase the volume on, let's say, your smartphone. So what that means is if you're using headphones or whatever and you've already got your volume at max, then this is not going to work or anything like that. In fact, it's going to make everything just a lot more quieter if in case you want to just get it louder. This is not what that does. Now by making your output a bit louder, what you're basically doing is restoring the 16 or 24 bits that you're outputting from your audio file, because if you're gonna like go below minus 0 decibels output volume, you're gonna basically be losing bits, and so increasing the volume restores a bit of that. And this is what they mean by increases dynamic range. That's all it means. It doesn't mean it's actually gonna make music sound better or more dynamic. And also, since you're increasing volume, you're gonna be getting further away from the noise level of the DAC. So this is the main purpose of this IEMatch. Basically you're increasing volume, and in order to get rid of the hiss that you get in your IEMs or wherever you have, and this works like a charm with that kind of stuff. So when I got the Mojo and I got the FH5s, I found that with the Mojo there's a lot of hiss because it's outputting too much power for the FH5s, and I got this for that, and it fixed the problem, which is basically get rid of the noise. And I had to increase the volume a bit because that's how it works. But what I found is this doesn't work well with multiple driver IEMs. It works best with the single driver, and so I'm looking for a single driver IEMs of some sort. because this actually changes the sound signature of the multiple driver IEMs because of the output impedance. So you've either got 2.5 ohms, which already is quite low, and then you've got 1 ohms, which is super freaking sensitive. But yeah, that's what it does. I've been using it. I've been using it with my laptop because that has such an insane amount of output power, and it's noisy, really noisy. With this, I've been using it with the earbuds, not IEMs or anything, and it's basically gotten rid of the noise. So it's really good. I've had to increase the volume obviously, and it's just basically gives you a black background because that's what you want to be reaching for, right? So it's really good. But I did find that it changes the sound quality a little bit. It's really small of a change, but it's enough for me to be really annoyed with it. I'm not saying it's bad, but I'm just a bit of a picky guy. I prefer the way the audio sounds of a device rather than having to change it just to get a better imaging and all that. So for example, the Mojo has a certain output characteristics to it on the audio, and I want it that way. I don't want it to sound like a iFi product, and this is what that does. It changes the Mojo into an XDSD. There's no loss of detail or anything, but it just changes the EQ just a little bit on the FH5s, and I found that it does that even on a little bit of some other single driver IEMs and stuff. But overall, what it does is get rid of the noise, and I think it does that really well. So for that, I do recommend this. This is a really good thing to get. It's a bit of an accessory. Anyways, let me know what you think about it in the comment section below. I'll leave a link in the description if you want to go buy it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in another video.